You're watching EVH Gear TV. Official Van Halen merchandise for EVH Gear TV is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Now, here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH Gear artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Thursday evening. Eric here from EVH Gear TV. Not a scheduled broadcast for this evening, but just a little bit of an update. I think it's kind of like Christmas Eve for a lot of people that are waiting to win this guitar tomorrow. You can see it back there. It's also like Christmas Eve for me as well too. I'm just as excited as you guys are that are potential winners of this guitar. I'm that excited to give it away to you guys as well too. Really excited about it. Have some things to take care of in the morning, which also is going to allow me to get a breakfast burrito. I'm going to guarantee you. So Robert Baker and Kevin Landorf, I was just speaking to a little while ago on Facebook. I'm going to grab myself a breakfast burrito tomorrow. For those of you that don't know the whole thing with breakfast burritos, I'll fill you in on that later on, but it's kind of an ongoing joke between myself, Robert Baker, Kevin Landorf, and then a few of the friends and fans. A few people jumping in over in the chat. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek of what's going to happen tomorrow. It's really cool. As you know, giving away a Wolfgang guitar tomorrow. There's around 25 some odd people that are potential qualifiers for that. Going to give away some other things as well too. Tonight is just a bit of a sneak peek, so really bear with me. It's just a technology test and a few other things like that, but I'm going to say hi to people that are jumping in over in the chat. I'm getting a notification that my bandwidth seems a bit slow, so hopefully everything is coming through here okay. Usually I don't get that problem at all, but it's saying I'm a bit slow. Could be because the boys upstairs playing Gary's Mod and streaming with some friends and stuff like that too. But anyways, just quick mention to people in the chat. Zachary Suter, who's one of our contestants. Gabe Granado, another contestant. Jaden James saying hey. Cutter Savage, another contestant. Brian Wasson, good evening everyone. Loving getting these live notifications. Good, I'm glad that you're getting them. Surf Cat Matt, another contestant as well. Sinner, what's up? Sinner, loved your pictures with Paul Gilbert over at Motor City Guitar. Love it. And speaking of which, I'm coming over that way very soon. I'm going to be picking up a buddy over there and making a trek over there to the store. So maybe I'll fill you in on that a little bit later off the air as well too. But it was awesome to see you meeting Paul. That was great. Adam EVH says, hey everyone, Bruce is joining us saying hello Eric. Bruce is also another contestant or a qualifier in the giveaway. Michael Smith, Max Reverse, Jaden James, so saying hi to everyone. Joseph Burt. Also another contestant, Mike Ray, Cutter Savage, Zachary Suter, and watch some entry vids. They are great. That's what Adam is saying. So I'm going to show you a little bit of a thing. Those of you that come to the channel know that I never sit idle for a moment when it comes to the technology. I'm always trying to improve the lighting. I'm trying to improve this. And there's still many things I'm trying to improve. The lighting I'm kind of getting a little bit more comfortable with. Not saying that I'm comfortable with it yet, but I'm getting more comfortable. It's one of those things where I don't go into anxiety mode and panic when I don't have my lights exactly like the way I like them. As you can see, the set's coming along pretty good. But that being said, I'm going to show you. I'm going to switch over to a scene here in a second. And what you're going to see here in a second, I'm going to have my iPad here, and I'm going to have this tomorrow night. There's a little bit of a prize wheel on there. You can see EVH Gear TV, and you got a prize wheel. I'm going to be controlling this from my iPad to the computer. You're going to see this in a second. Check this out. All right, so you guys tell me, is this what you come to expect from EVH Gear TV or what? All right, so there we go. We're still on the screen here, so you're going to see this tomorrow. I'm not going to spin the wheel, so we've got, I'm just going to go around the wheel. Joseph Burt, Les Bellin, Zachary Suter, Cameron Brown, Chris Armstrong, Carlos Stanton, and I might have spelled his last name wrong, but you know what, that's a typo on my part. Matt Leverty, Tom Scardinia, Dan Hall, Gabe Granado, Will Dunham, Cutter Savage, Quentin James, Bruce Bryant, Steve Kennett, Blake Burris, E2 Tunakari, that's from Finland. I just found out where he's from Finland. Joseph Burt, Les Bellin. All right, so tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing this, and it's pretty cool. As I control this here, watch this. Okay, do you like that? Isn't that cool? You guys like that? How's that? That's pretty awesome. Eh? I'm kind of jonesing over it myself right now too. I'm not going to spin it right now because if I spin it, it's going to actually try to pick a winner. So what's going to happen tomorrow when I spin this wheel, okay? All right, I'm going to make sure I don't release anything here. All right, so when I spin that wheel tomorrow, let's go back to my main screen. So that's going to show you what you're going to get. You guys like it? Isn't that cool? I'm excited about it. And I could just pull a little piece of paper out of a hat and say, here you go, guys. But I want to make it fun. I want to make it exciting. And I want you to I want to give you the quality that you guys expect from this channel. And I always want to up my ante. I always want to make the next step. I want to challenge myself to be better. And I think we're getting there kind of in the right direction. Let's try that again. So as you can see, as I touch it, right? Here we go. There we go. Ooh, look at the shiny smoke and mirrors and all that kind of stuff. Isn't that fun? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to tell you how that's going to work before I actually switch back to my screen so you can see me on the larger camera. So as I spin, we're going to spin tomorrow, and I'm not 100% sure yet where in the segment we're going to do this with George Pahone Jr. I don't want to say when and when not yet, because I want everyone to watch the whole program, of course. But I'm going to spin tomorrow night for the guitar first. That guitar back there in the box, it has not been opened. Actually, you can't see it yet. I'll go back to the large screen in a second. But it's only been opened once since that guitar has come in. You saw me unbox that guitar. I have not taken it out of the box since you saw me do that live on the air. It's been untouched. There's probably like maybe 2 fingerprints on the guitar. So we're going to spin for the guitar first, and then we're going to have some secondary prizes. So let's say I spin and it lands on, let's say, Carlo Santin, okay? And then he wins the guitar, we'll say. Or who XYZ wins the guitar. It doesn't matter who wins it. I'm very, very happy for all of you that have played. But as soon as the person wins the first prize, their name will see it just go, and it'll disappear off the wheel. I'm going to spin again for a secondary prize. When that person wins, then it disappears, and so on and so forth. It keeps removing the people until we're done. Well, we're not going to go through everyone's names, but I'm going to have, I can't guarantee yet, and this is not a promise, but we're going to have 3 to 4 to maybe 6 prizes to give away tomorrow night. So there's going to be the big one, obviously the guitar first, and then we'll go through a few other ones as well. I'm going to be putting in some things of my own, and I have some things coming in for some third parties as well too. Some I did receive today. They're up on the shelf. I won't say what they are yet. Don't want to spoil the surprise. And then I have something else coming from another manufacturer and gear provider as well too. It's going to be some small things, but you know what? It's just something I want to do extra, just so there's not a lot of, I didn't win the guitar, so give you something else. So I'm going to jump back over to the chat for a second. Let's jump back over to my screen here 1 second. All right, there we go. So there you can see the Wolfgang right there. I can't wait for someone to take that guitar home. It's going to be great. And like I was saying the other night on the show as well too, I can't wait to have whoever wins that guitar to come on the show. I'm going to open up a night the minute it comes in, the day or night or whatever it is when it comes in. I will open up my schedule to do a special. I'll invite you on as a guest, and we'll do an unboxing, and you can show the guitar. So that's gonna be awesome. Let's go back over to the chat here for a second. I can't actually see how many people are watching right now because I don't even open that thing anymore. I like to focus on I can see the chat, but I don't see the likes. I don't see the dislikes. I just focus on the screen I see in front of me, and I focus on the chat. I always see the statistics after the fact. And the most important thing is not likes and dislikes for me. It's people in the chat, and I really appreciate it. I'm seeing good people over here. So let's have a look. Let's go back. So we left off at Adam EVH saying, watch some entry vids earlier today. They were great. Lots of fun, isn't it? And I think what a lot of people appreciate with this is the fact that they get to put faces to the names, and they get to get a little bit of a backstory on some of the regular names that they see. And I really enjoyed that too. A lot of personal stories, a lot of funny stories, everything in between. Let me see here. Nick L says, Word. Cinder says, hello's Bruce. Cutter Savage says, the set looks great. And Bruce says he likes the color you got. What color did you get? You got, you got like a tan. That's cool. Right on. And Surfcat Matt says it's kind of dark in the studio. Hey, yeah, you know what? I darken it a little bit lower than it probably needs to be, but that's where I'm at for sure. Let me see here. Where else did I leave off? Good luck to everyone on the wheel. That's from Cutter Savage. U.S. American made guitar is cool. Nick L, hey guys. Let me see. Adam AVH looks killer late again. What's up, everyone? That's from MB. Gabe Granado says, cool. Cutter Savage, very, very cool. I scrolled a little too fast here. Sinner says, sounds good, Eric. Paul was a super nice guy. He seems like he is. I've never met Paul Gilbert, and he does seem like one of those guys where he would just talk your ear off, and very, very nice guy, for sure. Bruce says 17 entries on the wheel. Is that correct? Let me see. Let me count. So starting with Bruce, let's go back over to it for a second, just so everyone can see it. That's probably accurate, but let's have a look. Let me see here. All right. So starting with Bruce, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, you're right. That's right. Correct on that. So good count on that. Let me see here. Let's continue on. Let's go back to my screen here for a second. And it'll be cool tomorrow night when when we spin the wheel. You'll see me on that upper screen. You'll see George Pahone Jr. down on the bottom as well too. And so it's gonna be probably gonna be a crazy show tomorrow. I honestly think it is my biggest show to date because number one, it had some really cool prizes last year. There's a whole bunch of smaller prizes, from pickups to futon products and things like that. But this one's a lot bigger. It's a guitar, and there's some other things as well too. Plus George Pahone Jr. I mean, honestly, you put those two together, and it's a pretty colossal show. And it's going to be a continual thing like that on this show. I guarantee you, great prizes. As a matter of fact, I'll show you something else. I'm going to give you a sneak peek on something right now. I'm just going to reach up into my shelf. 1 second. This is going to be the next giveaway. I'm already a giveaway ahead of myself. I told you this was coming. I'm going to be giving away this 5150. This is not tomorrow. This is the next one. This is a limited edition piece. This one, actually, I didn't even order this one. I ordered the regular one, and this one came in. Very rare. So this is going to be the next giveaway. Brand new. It's coming in the future. All right, I'll just show you a little sneak peek. Brand new in the bag. You can see. Look at that. All right. So, who gives away the best prizes when it comes to EVH talk shows? EVH Gear TV. That's the next prize. This contest isn't even done yet. The Wolfgang giveaway, and I'm giving away something else. So, really, really cool stuff. It's going to be really, really good. Then we're going to be looking at past that one. That's probably going to be the 1st of July, the first week in July or so. And then after that, we're going to be looking at the big 5150 subscriber giveaway. Because by that time, I know I'm going to surpass the 5,000 subscriber mark with the rate that the channel is growing. Let's jump back and go over and see what I missed here. I know there's a few. So I left off at center saying, sounds good. Paul was a super nice guy. MB says, give it a big spin so it spins for a minute or two. And you know what? It actually does. It's very sensitive. It's pressure sensitive as you spin it. I'll go back to it for a second. Excuse me. Let's go back to contest. Let me see here. So I'm not going to spin it right now because if I spin this and release it, it's going to pick someone's name, and I don't want someone to use that and say, hey, I won, before the thing even starts. But it is very, very sensitive as you see me do it. Try to get my screen here. Okay. So it's very, very sensitive. I can go around and around and around like that kind of deal. So I'm going to be using this a lot for prizes. I like this one a lot. Instead of using it off of a website, I just got the app and tailored it to my own liking, created some backgrounds, all that kind of stuff. So I'll give it a big spin. Gary Davlin saying, hello all. Surfcat Matt says, big generosity. Cool. I try my best. I can't give something to everyone, but I figured, you know what? I've entered contests before too, and you're just like, and you let down. I just want a few people to walk away with something. It's my way of doing that. And I have a few more things up there too, tucked out of sight. Something that came in today in the post. So I will. I'm going to contribute some of that stuff as well too. It's good. It's all for you guys for sure. It's my way of thanking you for making the channel what it is. And like I said several times and through emails and things like that, I contacted everyone by email today that's a contestant for tomorrow. I said, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm sure you all are. Tune in tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed. All that good stuff. And I also said that I wish I could give everyone something. I can't, but the day will come where everyone as a participant can probably get something of some sort someday. As we grow, you grow with us as well. Let me see here. Bruce says, awesome. MB says, I know I didn't qualify for the guitar, but Sweetwater has 2 killer contests, and if I win either, I'll be happy, but both, and I'll be set for a long time. Very good. I hope you, I think I did see one contest Sweetwater had a while back. It was for a bunch of microphones. Is that the one you're talking about? That was very, very cool. I was actually going to enter into that one time, and then I started working with Rode, and you know what? Rode has been very, very, very good to me, so there's no need whatsoever under any circumstances to search for microphones. Speaking of which, tomorrow, let's change back to the main screen here. We're done with the wheel here. Let's go back to the main screen. Tomorrow I have 2 major boxes coming in from Rode, so depending on what time it is in the day, I'm going to be doing an unboxing from those guys. Really looking forward to showing you what's in that box, and more stuff for the show that's going to make the show audio quality mimic the video and really carry over that synergy between the two, this audio and the video. Let's have a look here. What did I miss? Insomniac Matt says, when I get my Ontario Trillium in July, I will be use some of the money to get string change and retune to E flat professionally if I win the guitar. Very, very cool. Yeah, take it in and get it set up and all the goodies. Zachary Suter, who's a contestant, says, how long have you played guitar, Eric? I'll answer that, and I'll be honest with you, but it's going to really date me. I've been playing for 30 some odd years. I would say probably 30, probably close to 35 years. So there you go. I've been playing for a very, very long time. And MB says Sweetwater has a $500 value amplitude 4 giveaway, and another contest is about $9,000 value. Wampler bravado and a ton of expensive pedals. If I win that, I'll be doing backflips down the street. Fantastic. I wish you luck, man. I totally do. And Bruce says, I hope I counted right. I think you did. I think I got the same number. Yep, 17, as everyone was saying. And so I'm not watching hockey, but MB says Prens are up 6-0 on the Preds. The Predators. That's a blowout. Cutter Savage, yeah, the show keeps getting better. I appreciate that. I really do. And I scroll too fast. I got to try to get back here again. And I won't going to keep you guys too long. I just want to give you, this was more of a test tonight, more of a warm-up, kind of a let's sneak under the wrapping paper of the Christmas presents on Christmas Eve, like I like to do here in the house, and any little kid does. And let me see. I'll be glad to win that, baby. It's on my list. MB says. Max Reverse says, just got one this week. Awesome tone. I'm assuming you're referring to the 5150. I love it. And that's all I play through the rig back there. I play through the Lunchbox 2 with the clean channel and the 5150. And the cool thing is, I could have, I mentioned to Poison Ivy today, and even Eric Jr., I told him I got that pedal, the one by mistake, actually, with, it's a rare one. And they said, oh, keep it for yourself. I'm like, nope. It's for the fans. It's a prize for the fans and the subscribers and friends. I'd love to keep that, but honestly, you know what? I got one. It's on the board. It's mounted on the board. Why do I need to keep that one? It's going to go to one of you guys in a contest, and I'm going to be doing that every month. I'm going to be giving something away. Very, very cool. Let's have a quick look here. What else did I miss? Sir Matt says, sweet. Joseph Burt says, EVH Gear TV. Zachary says, I'd really like to win something, even if it's guitar picks, as long as it's from you, Eric. No problem, Zachary. And Zachary, you and I live close together, and I've got some things I can give you as well, too. If you don't have to win anything tomorrow, I can hook you up with some guitar picks and some stickers and things like that. I can arrange to get that to you for sure. And I do wish you good luck, though, for sure. Let me see here. Bruce says, I would watch the show without the giveaways, but the giveaways are such a nice treat in addition. Thanks, Eric. And I appreciate that. And that's why I'm hoping to, whoever wins tomorrow, I'm hoping that, it's like we had some discussion. There's some people talking about, make it for the regulars or not for the regulars or whatever. And it's really hard to pinpoint who we can make prizes for. And I want everyone to be regulars on the show. I really want the people that come back. I would stay at 3,000 subscribers for the rest of my life if that meant the 3,000 people that subscribe to me really enjoy the content and are back in here every week. But we want the channel to grow like any channel. You want it to grow. The more people we reach, we spread more word. It's one of those, constantly growing things. But I know people don't subscribe to the channel just for the prizes. But in my way of thinking, you know what? Like you guys have made the channel what it is. The viewership. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be talking to a blue light on a screen or on a camera, really talking to nothing. So people take their time out of their day, their evenings, their weekends, away from their family, or sometimes watching at work, whatever. It's my way of just saying thank you to give something back. So I appreciate that, Bruce. Let me see here. And Mike Ray echoes what Bruce said as well too. I agree, Bruce. U.S. American Made Guitar says, EVH Gear TV is setting a high standard and just keeps getting better. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that little thing like that just says, you know what, every time I take, time out of my day to maybe tweak something over here to make the video better, or tweak something over here to make the audio better, or, reaching out to these guests that continue to come on the show. It's a lot of work to do that. It makes it all worth it. Let me see here. Oh, that's great. Surfcat Matt says the content of the show makes me feel like a winner anyway. Thank you. Very humbling. Very, very humbling. Gary Davlin says, I skipped Matt. He says, new one, you'll see it in a comment or two as you keep reading. Gotcha. Excuse me. The 5150 overdrive sounds really good. It's well balanced and not mushy. Got one after watching this show. Really great for pinch harmonics. I love it. I've used multiple overdrives and distortions. The 5150 overdrive is the one I keep going back to, and I just can't say enough about it. And a lot of people think I'm crazy running it into a tube amp. I love it. I absolutely love the pedal. Okay. Hang on. So, Tavares is not on there. Tavares Project is not on there. How did I miss him? Okay. And you know what? No problem. You will be on there. So Tavares Project, that is, let me see here. Let me get my list. You will be on the wheel, and I'm really surprised I did not see you there. But no problem. You are in. You qualified 100%, so that's very, very good. Don't worry. You're good. You're totally in. That will be added as well. And you know what? I was doing some practicing earlier today, so you know what it was? I might have spun the wheel, and in the practice test, you may have won on the practice test, and it may have deleted you, but you are definitely in. There's no doubt about that. So that would make 18. And I will go through everything again. Like I said, this was a test tonight, so that's good that you caught that. Insomniac Matt says, I feel like I'm the only one in this chat that uses DR strings. No, probably not. There's probably some others. I don't personally use them, but that doesn't mean that others don't. Greg says, just send me my prize and I won't unsubscribe. Okay. And Mr. Bruce says, Insomniac Matt is always, it's always you and me using DR. Max Reverse says, same here, Lunchbox 2 with the 5150. And he says, great channel recommendations. Let me see here. And Adam says, I see your point, Eric. You need growth for sure. It's, like anything, right? Like a newspaper or a magazine, their circulation. They start off with a couple thousand people, and they want to, branch, extend their branch, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people. It's their circulation, right? And, I guess I'm very, very lucky because I've come a long way in a year and a few months, just over 3,000 people now. But I want to take it further, and I'm very thankful every single subscriber. I don't count subscribers in tens and hundreds and things like that. I count them by ones, because every single subscriber is very, very important to me, and I mean that sincerely. Let me see. Island Winder, awesome EVH from Kazakhstan. All right. And Zachary says, I haven't watched the show for long, but I enjoy watching it. No problem. I appreciate that. I don't care who's new. I'm very happy to see people new. I don't care if you've been here for 5 minutes or for 5 months. It's the fact that you've taken time out of your schedule you saw something online somewhere, you clicked and you came over here. That's what I'm very, very thankful for. It's my job to keep these people like yourselves here, the new people that come through by either stumble on or they refer to me by a friend or someone like that. It's one thing getting you here. It's my job to work very, very hard to keep you here. And that's another reason why, like I say, I go the extra mile to keep the video, the audio content, and even take that away. Let's take away the production quality that I put into the show, the guests I have on the show. That's what I think keeps you guys coming back. And I'm going to keep that caliber here, and I'm going to keep raising the bar every single time, because I don't want you guys to get used to just status quo here. I want everything to always be challenging to the guests. I want it to be challenging to me. I want it being challenged all the way around, because if something isn't a challenge, it's not worth doing. So I promise to keep that up for you. Let me see here. What else did I miss here? Carter Savage, I would also agree that I would watch regardless. Island Winder says, you're doing a great thing, Eric. I thank you. Thank you so much, Eric, from Tavares Project. And Bruce says, Insomniac, I got Pure Blues 10 to 46, I believe. And Carter Savage says, I'm grateful for all the connections with other fans and players. Insomniac Matt says, talking about strings. And you know what? I just want to have a quick look while I've got everyone on here. I'm going to open up an Excel file which has everyone, and hopefully it doesn't actually show on the screen. It shouldn't, because I don't want to show people's personal addresses and emails and things like that. Give me a second. I just feel very bad that I missed Tavares, and I know it's there. I know for a fact that it's there. It's just I didn't have it in here. All right, so I'm going to open this up. Okay, got to move it over here, because it was going to show on the screen, and we don't want that. Okay, it's just taking a second. And I do have it, Fernando Tavares, and I have his video link and everything. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to read off the names again. I have Steve Kennett, Blake Burris, Itu Tunkari, Joseph Burt, Les Bellin, Dan Wilhite, Zachary Suter, Cameron Brown, Chris Armstrong, Carlos Santon, Matt Laverty, Tom Scardina, Gustavo Gonzalez, Dan Hall, David Rodriguez, Howie Kittleson, Fernando Tavares, Gabe Granado, Will Dunham, Cutter Savage, Marcello Viscardi, Quentin James, Bruce Bryant, and Spencer Ellison. So I think the only one I had missed was Fernando Tavares. And again, like I said, earlier in the day. I must have been doing some practice. I was doing a lot of practicing with it, and I probably picked him as a winner, and then it deleted his name or something, or I might have missed it because I had to physically type in all these names individually, and I was highlighting them as I went through. But we caught it, and we're good. So let's go back and see if I missed anything there as I was going through that Excel file. So Tavares says, thank you, Eric, no problem. Joseph Bird says, we want EVH. Tell him to come on the show. The door is always open for him. I will accommodate anytime, day, morning, evening, weekend. You want to make a new day in the week, do it, and I'll have EVH on the show. Let me see. Surf Cat Man says, Eric, you are a stud. Mauricio, nice to see you joining. Says, always an awesome show. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Humbling, for sure. Tavares says, your guests just keep getting better and better. I'm always wondering who's next. Now that's a talent. Thank you. It's not an easy task, and that's another reason that I do feel kind of confident and proud in a way, not cocky, proud. I have guests every week. It's not a bi-weekly show or a tri-weekly show. It's every week, and with caliber guests, and I like that, and I'm very proud of that, and it hasn't been easy, that's for sure. MB says one day EVH will be on. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Daniel Hall says, fantastic show, very informative and entertaining. Plus, Eric, you're such a humble, great man. I was worried about my subscription myself, just nervous and scared, but excited. You're awesome. And without going into any details, I don't like to share any personal details about anyone because people share a lot of personal details with me, but they're shared in confidence. So I'm not going to say what it is, but I just want to wish some positive vibes to Daniel tomorrow. I'm not going to say what it's for. I just want to wish some positive vibes to him, and some prayers and blessings for your day tomorrow. Okay, so that's all I'd like to say on that, to keep things confidential. Cutter Savage, it's like rock and roll class present. Yeah, it's like School of Rock, right? For sure. And I always skipped out of attendance. That's why I was always a bad student. I'm trying to make sure Junior is a very good student. I'm very strict on him because I do not want him to be a carbon copy of what I was like in school. Insomniac at says, Bruce says here, the emphasis on my last name is on the LA and it's very not French. Okay. Zachary Suter says, peanut butter. I mean, I'm here. U.S. American Made Guitars. I purchased a futon shirt today. Should give one of those away. Hint, hint. Yeah, for sure. You know what? I don't actually have any futon shirts. And matter of fact, the only futon shirt I've ever got is I gave it away. Well, Adam gave it to me to give away last year in the accessory package. I'm going to get some because I wear a lot of the Van Halen shirts from Van Halen store on the show. And I've been wearing a lot of Rode shirts for Rode microphones. But I don't have any futon shirts. I'm going to talk to Adam and get some. And there's a few more products from futon I want to get here right away as well, too. Let me see here. Insomniac Matt says, I'm predicting 51 subs around Christmas. Let's put a bet. Let's make a friendly bet. You guys can all bet amongst yourselves, and there's not going to be any prize. But let's make a bet to see when we think that'll be. I'm going to venture a guess, and I'm being obviously hopeful. I'm not being over optimistic. I'm just being hopeful. I'm going to say October. All right, you guys venture in a guess and see. Judging that I had, when I started the show in January 2016, I had about 30 subscribers in January 2016. We're now June, just fresh into June 2017, and I have 3,100 and change, 3,100, we'll say in that. We'll just round it off to that. So do a forecast on that, and you see where you think. And I'd be comment on some of the videos after and let me know where you think I'll be. And I'd love to see that and see if we're somewhat in line with that as well. Daniel Hall says, the talent is always exceptional. Thank you. Good luck to everyone in the contest from Zachary. And Daniel Hall says, thank you, Eric. Prayers are greatly appreciated. And without going into any details here, I could take some in reverse as well too. We have some family members, a family member here in the household that could use some positive vibes. It's not myself, and I won't even go into what or who. But if you want to send some positive vibes back this way, even just some mojo, I'm not asking for likes. That's not going to do it. I'm just asking for some in your thoughts to send some vibes back this way, and I'll in turn funnel those vibes, positive vibes, to the person who needs it. And that's all I'll say for now. Someday we'll share a little bit more, but at this point, just let's send. You know what? Let's send positive vibes to everybody, and everyone can participate and share in that, and we'll all do well with that. There we'll go with that. Let me see here. Let me see here. Zachary said, I bet my mom you by Christmas. Now, does your mom know that you're betting your mom? Okay. And then if I win your mom, what am I supposed to do? I'm not sure. Like, I can't take your mom. So maybe, I'll take some cookies or some chips because I can't do anything with your mom. And I don't think she's ready to be put up for a bet. Let me see. Cutter Savage says, my name is Cutter and I'm a gear addict. Yes, exactly. We're all gear addicts for sure. This should be a prize for something small for whoever gets the closest to the date. Yeah, you know what? Okay, I can go with that. I'll set something up on the website or on Facebook. All right, and we'll do that. We'll do so. It'll be a small prize, but it'll be an incentive just for fun. It'll just be a play along, whatever. And we'll say, when is Eric going to hit 5150 subscribers on EVH Gear TV? The closest day will win a small prize. I'll set that up, and you guys can all participate through the Facebook page. That's facebook.com/EVH Gear TV. Okay, so we're getting some comments popping on my iPad. Thank God it's not on the screen because you're seeing comments pop up. I don't have the iPad shared anymore. Let me see here. Insomniac, if you don't get 51 subs by holiday, I will put in a set of D'Addario and NYXL strings on my guitar. As an avid DR strings user, I don't like changing brands after I find what I like. I don't blame you. Let me see here. Speaking of which, I may have some of these tomorrow as well. Speaking of strings, like I said, stuff came in today. Some of these may find their way into a prize pack tomorrow. String. So some of those may find their way into a prize pack. And MB says he missed my comment. I'm sorry. It went by too fast. Let me see here. What else? Joseph, January 29th on my birthday. Okay. Good vibes. U.S. American Make Guitar says. Let me see here. Thank you. Best wishes sent your way from Adam. Zachary said, my mom can bake cookies. If I'm wrong, and I'll deliver them to your house by hand. All right, I'll take you up on that. And let me see here. Daniel Hall says, okay, so he's just mentioning his condition or his situation, I should say. And thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. That's prayers for the family. Appreciate that greatly. And thank you. Tavares Project says, nice strings. Got some goodies in today, and I actually another package coming in tomorrow actually too. We're looking very, very much forward to the EVH gear stool. It's going to be put back over here. Going to be unboxing that tomorrow as well too. Well, actually no, I'm not, because I just told you what it is, and it wouldn't be a very fun unboxing if I'm going to slice them in the box and say I'm going to unbox an EVH gear stool, and it's an EVH gear stool. I'll just do this. I'll just build it, and I'll show you a picture of it after. How about that? That's going to be good. And I have a really cool idea I'm going to do here in the very near future too. Got a local buddy who's a real kind of inspiration to me, a mentor. I won't say who it is yet because I want to surprise you. A great guitar player. He's played a lot of tribute bands, and I'm going to get him over here in the very near future. I haven't even reached out to him yet, but I know he'll do it. I know he'd be interested in coming over and hanging, and we'll do some more of the stuff as I was showing you, kind of the look at the back, broadcasting the talk show from the set back there. I'm going to get him over here and do a little interview with him one-on-one, and that'll be coming up. You guys are going to really like him. He's very, very cool. Is into Jimi Hendrix, did the Jimi Hendrix tribute for many, many years. The guy can shred like no tomorrow. He loves Jimi Hendrix as much as I do Eddie Van Halen, if that gives you an idea of how cool this guy is. So that's going to be coming up very soon as well too, just for a fun hang. And I think we'll get a lot of really cool intimate content out of that. It'll be nice. Indeed, yes. Insomniac says EVH has your own brand of strings. Yep. Very, very good strings. That's what you'll see coming on the Wolfgangs, the 9-42. Let me see. Citizen Kane's jumping in and says, how's it all going? Would have been here sooner, but ended up watching the entire ad before this Caroline Jones Tough Guys video. She's well put together and can sing and play guitar. It's funny sometimes, you see these ads on videos and you get distracted and you forget there's a show at the end of it. I've actually watched some videos before too, gone to some of my friends' channels, and I'll see an advertisement. I'm like, and actually, because I've worked in advertising for a lot of years, I respect the ads, even though sometimes we hate ads. You see the advertisements, you're like, oh, let's check it out anyways. And then you watch it. Maybe it's a movie trailer or something like that. So it's very, very cool. Let me see here. I got you, MB, for the guitar addicts. I got you. My name is Matt, and I'm a guitar player. That's why Cutter said my name is Cutter. I got you for sure. Insomniac Matt says, I think Eddie Van Halen uses Ernie Ball Cobalt's 9-42. If anything, they're clones of those. Bruce says, Daniel Hall, stay strong, brother. Joseph Burt, lots of positive prayers and thoughts to Daniel for sure. And let me see here. Tavares Project says, I love the new set. It looks so pro, a place where you just want to hang and play and talk guitar. It's fun. I have a very hard time leaving this place. If I had a fridge and a washroom and maybe a small little stove to cook in here, I don't think I would ever leave the place. But then again, it's probably good not to have the stove in here, because then we get smoke on the, all the fabric and all that kind of stuff, and it would smell in here. But it's very hard to leave this place. And I find myself sometimes not even plugging into the amplifiers. I'm just in here noodling to the wee hours of the morning on the guitar, acoustically sometimes. And it's fun. It's fun. I think the biggest step in the right direction for me was less is more. I took down the big yellow banner, which I still have out there. Junior wants it for his room. It came at a good time. Rebranding, getting rid of the EVH Gear Discussion moniker and going with EVH Gear TV. Everything happened for a reason, and I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. There's still a spot back there, which is on right where my finger is there. It's so hard to point backwards. That looks like that's a spot on the back wall, but it's not actually. That's another side wall, so I'm going to fully black that out as well too. It's probably only about 3 feet at most in width by 12 feet high, but I want to put one more curtain around there just so I have it fully blacked out, because that drives me literally crazy seeing that back there. I'm not OCD, but it's driving me crazy, and it does look like it's the back wall, but it's not. So get that wrapped around. It'll be fully blacked out. It'd be nice. So Daniel Hall's got an early appointment, so good night. Good luck there tomorrow, Daniel, for sure. Cutter Savage. Oh, man, band performances would be epic. Great idea. And that's when I have my buddy over, we'll do some jamming together, the two of us for sure. We'll mic up each of our amps and stuff like that, and we'll have some fun with it for sure. We'll give you a good show for sure. Let me see here. Brian Watson says, Eric, I want to thank you for promoting Food-Tone. I just upgraded my Stripe series, and it brought a ton of life back into the guitar. Thank you for standing by great products. You're very, very welcome. And that's one thing I will not do. I will not give a testimonial or endorse a product that's an inferior product. I won't, like, if someone gives me something just to say, talk about it, I'm not going to do that unless it's good, because my reputation is at stake, and I'm not about to jeopardize that. So Food-Tone has always been good to me. Adam and I have had some great email conversations in the past few days. And Adam to me I consider him more than, I've told him this, and he's told me the same thing as well too. He's more than just an associate, a relationship through business. He's a very, very good friend. And people like Jody Page from Pedal Snake, same idea. Rick at Idea Bench, and the Strymon folks, Mark and people at Strymon. When you start working with these people, you get to know a little bit about their families, and you get to know about their personal lives, if they share things like that with you, and same thing in return. And that's when you get to know these companies, and you get to know that they're just like us, and they're really, really good people. So long story short, I only represent people that I believe in. I've actually dropped companies before. I'm not saying that I'm the big guy by any means, but I've worked with guitar companies in the past. One guitar company where I was given a couple beautiful guitars. Double neck guitar, beautiful looking, beautiful Les Paul style copy guitar. And I won't get into the reasons why, because I'm not one to talk bad publicly about people. But there's something I didn't agree with, and it was is ethics, we'll say, and I let them go. I did not want to be associated anymore. I didn't want my band name to be associated with that. And so, long story short, again, I only work with people that is a good mutual relationship and is professional on both ends. So there you go. Kevin Landorf is in the chat. We were talking for about a half an hour through Facebook Messenger a few moments ago. It's nice that he's able to tune in. And Kevin, we were talking earlier before you tuned in, talking about the hashtag still not a burrito. Tomorrow I'm getting a burrito. I'm picking up my daughter in Chatham tomorrow, the small little city, and outside of where I live. And I'm picking her up, and I'm gonna be early enough in the morning that I can get a breakfast burrito. So looking forward to that. Very, very cool. And Kevin, you watch for a Facebook post tomorrow, because you're going to get a burrito Facebook post. And Robert Baker's going to see that burrito whether he wants to or not too. Daniel Hall says, Night Bruce. Insomniac Matt, I wonder if the EVH 5150 sounds like compared to the PV 6505. The 6505, obviously it's the exact 5150 as far as tonal. I played them both. If you're talking about the PV to PV, they're the same thing. Let me see here. Cutter Savage says, definitely appreciate the authenticity on product recos too. And I missed something from Jaden James. He's agreeing to something that Bruce said, and I might have missed it. So well, there you go. Perfect. Yes, I missed that, and I kind of commented on something else. He says, does your studio have enough room for a band to perform? It'd be very, very tight. You could get two guitar players, a guitar player, a bass player, a singer, and maybe an electronic drummer in here, possibly. If I move the couch, I could get a drum kit in the corner. I could, actually, because there's a fair amount of space behind the couch back there. And if I was creative with it, yeah, I could get a drummer in here. And I'm looking at getting a new mixer in here as well, too, that will accommodate feeds for every single input. So I could probably put a drum kit in here, mic that with 4 or 5 mics, couple overheads, mic on the guitar cabs, and a vocal mic, and we could probably do it. So wait and see. I'm really, really hoping in the near future. I talked about this a while back, getting my old singer from Finding Core, Todd Lenover. He was the founding member of the band, and the original singer went through a few different singers in that band. But he's local to me here, very, very close. And we've been trying to get our schedules to match up to have him come over. I want to get him over here, get him nice and relaxed, and say, okay, no pressure, but let's go live. Let's play a couple songs by a duet. And I'm hoping to do that. So that'd be a couple of acoustic things we'll do if I can get him to do it. I'm sure I can. I'm pretty convincing. I can convince people. I've been in sales for a lot of years. Speaking of sales, I'm not sure how many people watch Better Call Saul. Without giving any spoilers, I watched Monday's episode last night. Who's digging this season 3 of Better Call Saul? Speaking of which, there you go, Better Call Saul. I'm not even using an EVH Gear TV mug. I'm using a Better Call Saul mug today, World's Greatest Lawyer. Loving this season. Loving the throwback to Breaking Bad, the backstory to Breaking Bad and Mike's relationship with Gus. Oh, man, great. That's all I'm going to say for no spoilers. How did they even get on that topic? Fear the burrito. Don't fear the burrito. More cowbell. That's it. Don't fear the burrito. Let's change that. All right. Let's do a cover of that one. G-Man Music Productions. Gear gas does not equal burrito gas. I love it. That's a good one. That's right. Mauricio says, Eric, have you had Matt Brown from Fender on besides the interview at NAMM? No, I haven't. And actually, I've cordially invited both Matt and Mike at Fender to come on. And those guys, what I really respect about those guys, they do what they do really, really well. They do what they do the best. They're the behind the scenes guys. They don't want the glory. They just do their job, and they do it very, very well. The invitation is always open to them. And you'll see me doing another interview with probably Matt and or maybe Mike at NAMM next January. But I haven't had them on, but the invitation is always open to them. It's just one of those things where, they like to be behind the camera, the other side of the camera instead of on my side of it, or you know what I'm saying, right? But the invitation is always there. And one of these days, I'll twist one of their arms to come on for sure. Maybe, just after NAMM to recap some product or things like that. And speaking of which, I'm really looking forward to NAMM next year because I'll have the wireless setup now as for the microphones and everything. That's going to be great. Some of you saw me showing it on the show a couple nights ago. Let me see here. 2 burritos and a root beer float. Exactly. Become the burrito, Zachary says. Lots of references. That's good. Let me see. What did I miss here? Bruce says, I can see that taking you to the next level, Eric. Thank you. Appreciate it. Scully's Woodshed. Better Call Saul is just as good as Breaking Bad, and the season is getting very good. You know what's cool about that, Scully? I agree with that 100%, and I don't want to ever go on the record and say it's better than Breaking Bad. I think that's that plateau that's way up there. But people thought, okay, well, they were going to make a spin-off, Better Call Saul, and it's, look at The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. I like that. I don't think it's near as good as The Walking Dead, but Better Call Saul is right darn on par with it. It's very awesome. Watched it last night, and there's a scene that I won't say what it is. It's just a simple scene where something is getting switched, we'll say. We're just going to say something's getting switched. And I'm right on the edge of my seat. I was so nervous for this particular scene, and that's good. As a photographer and a videographer, I love the cinematography in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. The cinematographer, I forget his name, I should know this, and director of lighting and everything is absolutely brilliant. Super, super wide angle shots. It really puts you in the scene. Just amazing. I love that show. I really think it's going to go on for a long time, and I'm really looking forward to seeing. We're already seeing, without spoilers, certain characters that are getting some life coming back from Breaking Bad. I'm looking forward to the future to see how far that'll go and see what kind of interaction we'll see. I love it. So Kevin's working, protecting our streets, keeping us safe. He's, what did he say? Turning in from the squad car. Thank you, Kevin, and your colleagues for what you do. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world, and if not for the frontline people like yourselves, the world would be a different place. Selflessly being out there, sacrificing yourselves and keeping our streets safe. And I know you're in the United States, and I'm in Canada. It's not doing anything over on my side of the border, but you know what? You're really protecting the United States side, and the people in your towns are very lucky to have you. And Kevin does a lot with the DARE program as well too. Really amazing things as well too for the kids. He's giving back to the kids in the community, recognizing them with their essays and things like that. Very proud of you, buddy, and you know that because I've told you that many times before. So a big, just for right now, a big hand of applause, virtual applause, however you want to do it, for Kevin Landorf and police officers worldwide. So there you go. Let me see here. And Island Winder is kind of commenting to what I was talking about the spoiler. So I won't say what it is, but it's very, very cool. He's right on that, what he's talking about. Steve Anderson, did I miss him? He says, oh yeah, there we go. Steve Anderson says, Eric, when someone says the rear guitar cavity is kidney shaped, what does that mean? Does the Kramer 5150 have a kidney shape? It's kind of like not regular rotation, like a rounded rectangle. It's slightly oblong. And I'm not 100% sure on the 5150 if it does or not. Watch my video from NAMM. I have to go back myself because I forget. Go back and watch the video because you'll see when Matt flips the guitar over, you'll tell right away if it has it. And I forget if it does or not. So you'll have to go back and take a look. And I'll take a look later on tonight as well too. Let me see here. What did I miss? I have a burrito. I have burrito tuned to Iron Man. I eat burritos. They fill me up. That's pretty good on Insomniac Matt. That's good. Island Wonder says Hector is going down. There you go. Let me see here. Mauricio, love the electric guitar references on Better Call Saul. Yes, Blackmore last night. That was great. That was really, really cool. Let me see. We're going to wrap up here just momentarily. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. Like I said, I got to run tomorrow morning. Got a lot of web design work to do tomorrow. Take care of all those things. And then it's gonna be like Christmas Day tomorrow. I'm gonna be getting ready for you guys, making sure all the production is taken care of for tomorrow night. I'm a worry wart when it comes to the show. I'm ready for the show about 3 hours before the show. Believe it or not, you guys are just tuning in the last couple of minutes. 3 hours before the show, I'm doing production stuff. I'm cleaning the studio. I'm doing tests, rebooting my computer, making sure I have the fastest internet connection, making sure I don't have any extra windows open than I need, so I'm not slowing down the processing power of my Mac. That kind of stuff. So. Show day when it comes to the talk show is no different than me when it was the band days, making sure that the truck is loaded or the van's loaded nice early in the morning, make sure there's gas, make sure that things got tires, make sure we have the itinerary. It's one of those things where everything has to go smooth. And that's why I don't usually have too many disasters, knock on wood, because I do prep that much in advance. So, and I know you guys recognize that. I'm not looking for applause for that. I know you already recognize that. All right, it is bedtime. Tavares Project says, bedtime. Good night, everyone. May we all dream of EVH guitars. Zachary says, I'm ready for the show now. Steve Anderson. And he's talking about, Steve Anderson says the Kramer 5150. And again, I honestly don't recall. So I have to look at pictures as well too. I think it is, but there again too, I never ever, here's tonight's takeaway. I never claim to know something if I don't know and say, oh, I think it's this, whatever. The answer is I don't know. I'll have to double check it. And I will keep that honesty and sincerity. I will never say something is this when I don't know. So listen, guys, it is 10:55. It's late. It's 11 p.m. here Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time tomorrow. There's a difference between Standard Time and Daylight Time now at this time of the year. It's going to be a big show. George Bohon Jr., Cairo Knife Fight, Black Eyed Peas. Great stuff. A phenomenal show. I honestly feel my biggest show to date because what we're giving away tomorrow and the talent we're having on the show. You guys rock. This was supposed to be a 15-minute test, and I don't even know how long I've been live. But I thank you guys so very, very much. See you tomorrow night. Get some popcorn, get some pops, get whatever it is, coffees, drinks, whatever you like, beverages. Be all ready for the show. Let's have a tailgate party tomorrow night. Let's get ready before the show. And if you guys are on social media, this is something I'd like to ask you in closing. If you guys are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, I know a lot of you are on various platforms. Do me a favor and tweet out the show when we're doing the show tomorrow, and maybe even before the show tomorrow night. I would really appreciate it. Just mention EVH Gear TV. It's EVH Gear TV across every platform: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just say check EVH Gear TV tomorrow night. Big show, big contest, all that kind of stuff. And if you feel so inclined to tweet it while we're doing the show and post it, different things, it helps. It just brings more people in, more friends, more subscribers, more interaction. Everything is good. Positive. Everyone, have a fantastic evening. About an hour, MB says. All right. And Citizen Kane's going back to take a look at the Mark Day interview, and it's a great one. Great guy for sure. And go subscribe to his channel. There's links in that video as well to subscribe to Mark. He's a great guy. Your Tactical Six String says you got nervous your name wasn't on the wheel. Okay, I'll have a look at that one as well too. We'll make sure everyone I'm gonna touch base with everyone again tomorrow. Make sure there's nothing missed. All right. So everyone, we will talk to you very, very soon. All right. Until tomorrow night. It's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. It's so quick. I'm gonna turn over to the little man. He's gonna tell us what his name is, what he's playing. Thank you for your support of EVH Gear TV. See you tomorrow night. Cheers.
My name is Eric and I'm playing left-hand guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website photography and video production needs.